Hey guys! Welcome to our YouTube video where we'll be exploring the amazing world of Greek mythology. From the mighty gods and goddesses to the legendary heroes and fearsome monsters. We're going to take you on a journey through some of the coolest and most fascinating myths out there. So, get ready to learn and have some fun. Greek mythology is a fascinating topic that has captivated people's interest for countless years. Greek mythology is rife with epic stories of love, battle, and adventure, featuring everything from gods and goddesses to monsters and heroes. We'll look at 10 amazing facts about Greek mythology in this video. First fact: in Greek mythology, Zeus was crowned ruler of the gods. He was frequently seen with lightning bolts and was revered as the god of the sky and thunder. Zeus had numerous siblings, including Poseidon, Hades, Hera, Demeter, and Hestia. He was the son of Cronus and Rhea. Zeus was known for his role in punishing those who broke oaths and committed crimes. He was also associated with hospitality and was believed to protect travelers and guests in ancient Greece. The ancient Greeks believed that Zeus had the power to control the weather and could cause earthquakes, floods, and droughts. Fact number 2. Poseidon was the god of the sea and earthquakes. He was also known as the Earthshaker because of his ability to cause earthquakes. According to myth, Poseidon and Athena battled it out for the favor of Athens. Poseidon provided a saltwater spring, and Athena a tree of the olive. As the contest's victor, Athena was named the city's patron. Poseidon was married to the sea goddess Amphitrite and had many children, including the sea nymphs known as the Nereids. Poseidon was a horse-loving god who is credited with creating the first horse from a rock. In ancient Greek art, Poseidon was often depicted riding a chariot pulled by seahorses or dolphins, and the ancient Greeks believed that earthquakes were caused by Poseidon striking the ground with his trident. Fact number 3. Athena was the goddess of wisdom, courage, and inspiration. She was born fully grown and armored from the head of Zeus. Athena is one of the most famous figures of Greek mythology. She is the goddess of wisdom, courage, inspiration, civilization, law and justice, strategic warfare, mathematics, strength, strategy, the arts, crafts, and skill. Athena was a symbol of wisdom and was considered the embodiment of intelligence and strategy. She was also the patron goddess of craftspeople and weavers. Athena was a strategic thinker who never lost a battle. She helped the Greek heroes in many of their adventures, including helping Perseus slay Medusa and assisting Odysseus on his journey back home. Athena was also known for her unique qualities, such as being a virgin goddess, and for her wisdom and love for knowledge. She was considered one of the most important and respected deities in Greek mythology. Fact number 4. Medusa was a monster with snakes for hair. Anyone who looked at her directly would be turned to stone. She was once a beautiful woman but was cursed by the goddess Athena after she caught Medusa and Poseidon in a temple dedicated to her. Medusa was known as one of the Gorgon sisters, along with Stheno and Uriel, who were all immortal and had the ability to turn people into stone. Medusa was the only one of the sisters who was mortal, and her death was ultimately caused by the hero Perseus. According to the myth, Perseus was sent on a mission to slay Medusa by King Polydectes, who wanted to marry his mother. Perseus was given the tools to defeat Medusa, including a mirrored shield, a sword, and winged sandals. He used the shield to look at Medusa's reflection instead of directly at her, which allowed him to approach her without being turned to stone. He then used the sword to behead her. Medusa's head was so powerful that even after her death, it could still turn people to stone. Perseus used it as a weapon and a way to save his mother and grandmother from the evil king. Medusa has been a significant figure in art and literature for centuries. She has been portrayed as a symbol of fear and terror, but also as a powerful and alluring figure. Her image has been used in everything from ancient pottery to modern fashion, and her story has been told and retold in countless works of art. The myth of Medusa is often interpreted as a cautionary tale about the dangers of angering the gods and the power of beauty. It has been seen as a story about the consequences of hubris and the importance of respecting the divine. In conclusion, Medusa is a fascinating figure in Greek mythology, known for her terrifying appearance and deadly powers. Her story has captured the imagination of people for centuries, and her legacy continues to inspire art and literature today. Despite her fearsome reputation, Medusa's myth has taught us important lessons about the power of beauty, the dangers of angering the gods, and the importance of respecting the divine. Fact number 5. The Minotaur was a creature with the head of a bull and the body of a man. It lived in a labyrinth on the island of Crete and was eventually defeated by the hero Theseus. It was the offspring of the queen of Crete, Pasiphae, and a majestic bull gifted to King Minos by Poseidon. The Minotaur was born as a result of the curse of the god Poseidon on King Minos, who had promised to sacrifice the bull to the god, but instead kept it for himself. Poseidon made the bull rampage, causing Pasiphae to fall in love with the beast and mate with it. King Minos was ashamed of his wife's offspring and sought to hide it from the world. He commissioned the legendary architect Daedalus to build a labyrinth to house the Minotaur in its center, and he would feed the monster with 7 Athenian youths and maidens every 9 years as a tribute for past wrongs. The Athenian hero Theseus eventually came to Crete and offered to slay the Minotaur. King Minos' daughter, Ariadne, fell in love with Theseus and gave him a ball of thread to help him navigate the maze and a sword to kill the beast. With the aid of Ariadne's gift, Theseus managed to slay the Minotaur, and he and the other Athenians escaped. The myth of the Minotaur has been interpreted in many ways throughout history. Some view it as a cautionary tale about the dangers of indulging in passions and desires, while others see it as a metaphor for the struggle between good and evil or the need to confront and conquer one's inner demons. The image of the Minotaur has also been a popular subject in art and literature, appearing in everything from ancient pottery to modern novels. Its menacing appearance and savage nature have made it an iconic figure in popular culture. In conclusion, the Minotaur is a significant figure in Greek mythology, representing the dangers of indulging in one's desires and the struggle between good and evil. Its story has captured the imagination of people for centuries and continues to inspire art and literature today. The Minotaur is an enduring symbol of the dark side of human nature and the need to confront and conquer our inner demons. Fact number 6. The Trojan horse was a large wooden horse used by the Greeks to enter the city of Troy and win the Trojan War. According to legend, after a 10-year siege of Troy, the Greeks built the Trojan horse as a gift to the Trojans, pretending to abandon the war and sail back to Greece. The Trojans, believing the horse was a peace offering, brought it inside the city walls. However, hidden inside the hollow wooden horse were Greek soldiers, who snuck out and opened the gates of the city to the rest of the Greek army. The Greeks then entered the city and sacked it, bringing an end to the 10-year war. The myth of the Trojan horse has been interpreted in many ways throughout history. Some see it as a story about the clever use of deception to achieve victory, while others view it as a cautionary tale about the dangers of trusting one's enemies. It has been used as a metaphor for many things, from computer viruses to political tactics. The story of the Trojan horse has also been a popular subject in art and literature, appearing in everything from ancient pottery to modern movies. It has captured the imagination of people for centuries, and its legacy continues to inspire new interpretations and retellings. Despite being a myth, some historians believe that the Trojan horse may have actually been based on a real historical event. Some evidence suggests that the city of Troy may have been infiltrated and defeated by the Greeks through some form of subterfuge, such as a surprise attack or a betrayal from within the city. In conclusion, the Trojan horse is a fascinating myth in Greek mythology, representing the clever use of deception and the dangers of trusting one's enemies. Its story has captured the imagination of people for centuries and continues to inspire art and literature today, whether based on fact or fiction. The Trojan horse remains a powerful symbol of the human capacity for both cunning and treachery. Fact number 7. Pandora was the first woman created by the gods. She was given a box containing all the evils of the world, which she opened and released upon the world. According to legend, Zeus ordered Hephaestus to create Pandora as a gift to the Titan Prometheus, who had stolen fire from the gods and given it to humanity. Pandora was created with a jar, which Zeus had filled with all the evils of the world, including disease, poverty, and death. However, at the bottom of the jar was a single ray of hope, representing the human capacity for resilience and perseverance. This was the only thing left inside the jar, and it helped to offset the evils that Pandora had released. The myth of Pandora has been interpreted in many ways throughout history. Some see it as a story about the dangers of curiosity and disobedience, while others view it as a commentary on the role of women in society. It has been used as a metaphor for many things, from the unintended consequences of scientific discovery to the need for hope in times of despair. The story of Pandora has also been a popular subject in art and literature, appearing in everything from ancient pottery to modern movies. It has captured the imagination of people for centuries, and its legacy continues to inspire new interpretations and retellings. Despite being a myth, some historians believe that the story of Pandora may have been based on a real historical event. The concept of a powerful female figure unleashing chaos upon the world has been seen in other cultures as well, such as the biblical story of Eve in the Garden of Eden. In conclusion, Pandora is a complex figure in Greek mythology, representing both the dangers of curiosity and the human capacity for hope. Her story has captured the imagination of people for centuries and continues to inspire art and literature today. Whether based on fact or fiction, the myth of Pandora remains a powerful symbol of the human experience, reminding us of the importance of resilience and perseverance in the face of adversity. Fact number 8. Hercules was a hero in Greek mythology known for his incredible strength. He performed 12 labors as punishment for killing his wife and children in a fit of madness. As a child, Hercules was known for his great strength, often performing feats of strength that amazed those around him. However, he was also known for his hot temper, which often got him into trouble. As an adult, Hercules became famous for his 12 labors, which were a series of tasks assigned to him by King Eurystheus. These tasks were considered impossible for a mortal to accomplish. But Hercules was able to complete them all with his incredible strength and cunning. Among his most famous labors were slaying the Nemean lion, capturing the Erymanthian boar, and cleaning the Augean stables. He also had to retrieve the golden apples of Hesperides and capture the three-headed dog Cerberus from the underworld. Throughout his life, Hercules also had many other adventures and battles, including his marriage to Megara and his encounter with the Amazon queen Hippolyta. He was also known for his many romances and affairs, which often caused problems for him and those around him. Despite his superhuman strength, Hercules was not invincible. In the end, he was undone by his own pride and anger, which led him to commit a terrible crime. As a result, he was forced to perform one final labor, which was to spend 3 days in the underworld and bring back the Hound of Hades. Despite his tragic end, Hercules remains a beloved figure in Greek mythology and has been the subject of many works of art and literature throughout history. His story represents the triumph of strength and courage over adversity, and his legacy continues to inspire people today. Fact number 9. The sirens were creatures that lured sailors to their death with their beautiful voices. Odysseus was able to resist their song by having his men tie him to the mast of his ship. According to legend, the sirens lived on an island in the Mediterranean Sea, surrounded by treacherous rocks and dangerous currents. Sailors who heard their beautiful singing would be drawn closer and closer to the island, unable to resist their irresistible call. Once the sailors were close enough, the sirens would attack, either drowning them in the sea or devouring them alive. It was said that the only way to avoid their fate was to plug their ears with wax or tie themselves to the mast of the ship so they could not be tempted by the siren songs. The story of the sirens has been interpreted in many ways throughout history. Some see it as a warning against the dangers of temptation and desire, while others view it as a symbol of the power of music and art to captivate and inspire. The sirens have been depicted in many works of art and literature, including Homer's Odyssey, where Odysseus and his crew encounter them on their journey home. In the story, Odysseus is able to hear the siren songs without being tempted, thanks to the advice of the sorceress Circe. Despite their fearsome reputation, the sirens have also been portrayed as tragic figures, cursed to live out their lives on the lonely island, unable to escape their fate of luring sailors to their death. Today, the myth of the sirens continues to inspire artists and writers, and their image can be seen in everything from classical paintings to modern movies and TV shows. Whether seen as a warning or a celebration of the power of music, the story of the sirens remains a powerful symbol of the dangers and delights of the human experience. Fact number 10. Hades was the god of the underworld and the ruler of the dead. He was often depicted as a dark and brooding figure, and was feared by mortals and gods alike. Hades was the brother of Zeus and Poseidon and was said to have been given the underworld as his domain when the three brothers drew lots for control of the world. He was often depicted as a dark, menacing figure, holding a scepter and wearing a crown made of ebony. Despite his fearsome appearance, Hades was not an evil god. Instead, he was a stern but just ruler, ensuring that the souls of the dead were judged fairly and that the balance of the underworld was maintained. Hades was also known for his wife, Persephone, who he abducted and made his queen. Persephone was the daughter of Demeter, the goddess of agriculture and fertility, and her abduction led to a long winter and famine on Earth. Eventually, a compromise was reached, and Persephone was allowed to spend half the year on Earth with her mother, while the other half was spent with Hades in the underworld. Despite his importance in Greek mythology, Hades was not often worshipped, and few temples were dedicated to him. Instead, he was often invoked as part of rituals for the dead or as a symbol of death and the afterlife. In art and literature, Hades was often portrayed as a grim and gloomy figure, surrounded by the dead and the spirits of the underworld. His image has been used in everything from classical sculpture to modern comics and video games, and his name has become synonymous with death and the afterlife. Despite his reputation, Hades remains an important figure in Greek mythology, reminding us of the importance of justice and balance, and the power of death to shape our lives and beliefs. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, please hit the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel.